Good morning, everyone. Uh, Today I'm gonna present my final evaluation of the course conversation class, and I would like to share my thoughts on a topic that is very important for our country: the impact of globalization and interculturality in Peru. My name is Ayrton Dennis Pomordóñez. Peru is a country with a rich cultural diversity. We have more than 50 indigenous people, each with their own traditions, languages, and ways of life. This multicultural reality is one of our greatest strengths. However, globalization has brought many challenges. On one hand, it has allowed us to connect with the world through international trade, technology, education, and tourism. On the other hand, it has also created challenges such as cultural uniformity, environmental damage, and the marginalization of traditional knowledge and indigenous population. Although Peru has adopted the concept of interculturality in its constitution and public policies, there is still a big gap between what is written and what is actually done. Many indigenous communities continue to face poverty, discrimination, and lack of access to basic services. Therefore, the real problem is how to achieve a balance between the progress and cultural respect. My point of view. In my personal opinion, globalization is not entirely negative. It brings innovation, economic development, and access to global ideas. For example, many Peruvian artists, chefs, and entrepreneurs have gained international recognitions thanks to globalization. However, we must not let this benefit come at the cost of losing our cultural identity. I believe that interculturality should not just be a theory, but a practice. It must go beyond tolerance and aim for true understanding and collaboration amongst culture. We should be proud of being a multicultural nation and make sure that all culture, especially the most vulnerable, have equal opportunities. Contribution to a positive or negative impact. Globalization and interculturality can have both positive and negative impact, depending on how they are managed and integrated into society. To ensure that their influence contributes to a more equitable, inclusive, and culturally rich Peru, I propose the following strategies actions. Education reforms. Education is the foundation for long-term cultural respect and understanding. And intercultural educational reform must become beyond superficial inclusion. Curricula should be revised to incorporate indigenous knowledge systems, oral stories, and native language as essential components of national identity, not as exotic or secondary content. Teachers, especially in rural and indigenous areas, should be trained in intercultural pedagogy and bilingual education. Moreover, students' exchanges between urban and rural schools could help build empathy and national cohesion by exposing young people to different ways of life between the same country. Other is promotion of cultural industries. Cultural industries are not only a source of identity but also of economic opportunities. For traditional arts such as textile weaving, pottery, music, and gastronomy can empower communities and protect intangible heritage. Inclusive public policies. Public policies must reflect the intercultural nature and Peru's population. True inclusion means going beyond consultation and actively integrating indigenous leaders in local and national governance. These include participatory vote-taking, cultural adapted health service, and legal recognition of ancestral territories. Uh, Last, responsible globalization. Foreign investment and international trade should be guided by ethical principles. Multinational companies operating in Peru must comply with strict environmental and labor standards. There should be transparent monitoring system to ensure that natural Resources are extracted without harming ecosystem or displacing communities. Incentives can be created for companies that engage in sustainable development and partner with local producers. Well, in conclusion, globalization and interculturality are two powerful forces that are shaping Peru's future. If managed properly, it can help us to grow and become more just an inclusive society. But if we ignore our cultural roots and allow inequality to continue, we risk losing what makes us truly unique. Let's choose the path of respect and dialogue and cultural pride. Thank you very much.